my film opening is from a movie film called Dreamtown. It's a drama, and it's basically about a town where something's going on, people are getting murdered, and they don't know what it is. And it's all bizarre, and it's all a bit strange, kind of like a dream, they don't really know what's going on. And I kind of wanted to structure it a bit like a dream, quite a lot of contrasts and extreme lighting, extreme sounds, because everything's kind of exaggerated and stuff in a dream. I kind of wanted to replicate that feeling of being under threat that everyone in the town feels, because they don't know who's going to get killed next. So basically, a really brief synopsis. The film is made up of 3 main stages. So the first stage is the introduction of the main character. It's a teenage girl, and she's sat cradling a younger child. And the child is speaking and saying really sad things. They're like, "Where's mummy? Where's daddy? Is daddy bringing mummy home?" Like stuff like that. And the teenager is getting more visibly upset, which suggests that they're dead. And then we get a gunshot on a black screen, which leads us into the second part of the film, which is the title sequence, which is just going to be black, and then we're going to get a heart monitor, like the lines, and the credits are going to come on, the lines of heart monitor. And then the third part is in an operating theatre of sorts, and it's going to cut between the operating theatre and flashbacks that led up to how the character came to be there. So basically scene 1 is a long shot of 2 characters, and they're in the middle of the screen, kind of they're isolated, they're alone, kind of a blue tinged background. And basically I really wanted to start it super out of focus, so like you couldn't see what was going on, it was just like a shape in the middle of the screen. Because it like makes the audience really concentrate on what's going on, and they really have to focus to try and figure out what's in the screen. And then I wanted the child to be speaking really softly, and it gradually getting louder. So you really have to strain to listen to what's being said. So the audience is really concentrating on what's happening. And then when you get a really loud gunshot and a cut to the back screen, it's like a massive shock, because they were so concentrating on what was going on. I want the colours to be cold, kind of blues and harsh. It's sad and lonely, and they're obviously in mourning. And I wanted like a soundtrack to evoke sympathy, like really quietly, which again increases the contrast of the gunshot, because everything is cut off when that happens. Then I wanted like a black screen. That was really important, because it goes from being the action or the scene that you had before to black, which would be a shock, and it to be silent. And then I just wanted the diegetic beeps coming in gradually as the credits roll. And then as that happens, I wanted as we're coming to the end of the credits, to kind of get diegetic sounds from hospital coming in, so like talking, like mumbled, so you can't really hear what's going on, but you can kind of hear that there's people there, there's something going on. And then as the credits come to an end, it gets louder, and we start to hear them saying things. We start to pick up on like medical terminology. And then right at the end, the line is going to go straight, so it just gets one long beat, so indicating that whoever's in the operating theatre, their heart stopped, which is going to lead us straight into the next scene, which is going to be like a really, really bright white glare. I was talking about like shining a light into the camera to make it really bright, and again make a massive contrast from the black to the white, which is again like another kind of shock to the audience. I wanted it to be uncomfortable for them to watch. And to have people moving around, machines beeping, like really hectic, because obviously they're panicking because they're patient side. The camera's going to be really low on the floor, so we're kind of looking up. It makes the audience feel small and powerless, and kind of panicky. And then we get a defibrillator, and they start to try and restart the heart. And then with each with each defibrillator hit, we get a flashback. So the defibrillator hits, and then we flash back to the first flashback, which is like a family. They're just laughing, and they're all really short. It's really snappy, and all the contrasts are really harsh, which again is like almost like an attack on the audience. So we get the first flashback, and then when we cut back to the operating theatre, the camera is slightly higher and slightly closer to the patient. So with each flashback, we're getting closer to their face so we can see who it is. So flashback, we get a family, and then a sense of unease, like a flashback, maybe someone listening in on a conversation, and then maybe them being told, like maybe the teenager being told that her parents have been killed, and then a shot of her running through the forest, and then finally, when the camera comes after the final flashback, the camera's right above her face, and she's gonna sit forward and scream into the camera, which is again a really nasty sound, and it's not what you want to. It's uncomfortable for the audience to hear. Overall, the strengths, it's like there's very few locations or very few characters. The costumes, it's all going to be really naturalistic. It's a drama. We have access to the props, and overall, the biggest thing with the structure of it was just the contrasts, massive contrast from sound to camera angles, some steady, some handheld, just so it's not very nice for the audience to watch, and so they feel there's any threats to people in the town. And then when the girl sits up and she screams into the camera, it just cuts to another straight black screen, and we get like the title that comes up in a kind of, I wanted it in a really odd font, like sort of suggesting that again something's not right. So it's really cool.
Excellent. What do we think?
Brilliant. That's well thought about.
Yeah, it was a really good pitch. Yeah.
Every single thing that you've decided to put in the film, you had a reason for it and how it would affect the audience.
Yeah, which is what it's all about, isn't it? That's what film is, isn't it? It's about affecting people. So that was really great. So we've discussed the defibrillator, but for locations.
Yeah. The location. I was gonna have like just a house for the scene of the family, and then there's a woods up right outside my house, which we can do like scenes running, and then for the operating theatre, it doesn't actually have to be like I just want it white, so super stark white, a white background, people dressed in white. Just it's kind of almost like when the audience will see it, it's like where are they? It's like kind of heaven-esque, like they don't know if the characters died. But just really clinical and stark.
Right. Any other questions? No. I mean, in terms of, you were saying that this is a town where people are being killed or people are dying. Is there any way? Is that going to be conveyed to the audience in this opening? That there is this general stuff going on.
Just kind of the fact that obviously her parents have died, and then the girl's been shot as well. It's kind of a series of murders.
Right.
But she doesn't die, and that's kind of where the story goes, because then she wants to find out what's happening.
Right. Okay. And is it because and you called it Dreamtown? I mean, is it really happening, or is it being imagined, or are you not sure, or is it?
It is really happening, but I kind of wanted it to give that edge of like, no one can believe it, no one can understand why it's happening, or it's like it's a mystery and they can't solve it.
Okay. So it's a kind of psychological thriller. Would you call it more of a psychological thriller, or or drama? I suppose it depends on whether or not these things are actually happening, or if they're imagined, or just the title is what's making me think that. Okay. but I can totally see it. I can imagine it, and I think again, as with all the other ideas, if you do it right, it will be fantastic. I'm sure you will. So that's great.
Clumsy.
All right, lads. All right, lads. Right.
Come on, say it.
What?
That's
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. That's brilliant.